Hi, I'm Will, and I like toys. This is another edition of me looking through a massive amount of Transformers that I bought from a local comic shop, Starling Comics in Martinsville, Virginia. I went in and I had made an offer for 4 or 5 boxes worth of Transformers. You can see behind me there's some cardboard boxes, I haven't gone through it, and then plastic box that I have gone through in two separate occurrences, and there was about 44 Transformers in there. Well, a couple were like weird little knockoffs, so let's say 40. I'm gonna sell most of them, and the plan is to try and make some profit. I spent $250 on all the Transformers, and so far on the ones that I'm looking to sell, I'm estimating $389 just from that one box. That was the best box, though. We'll see how the other boxes are. I've got a giant long box, like one of those wrapping paper tube boxes you put under a bed, next to me. We'll go through that. I am going to keep a couple. The standouts so far that I'm considering keeping are Blaster with his little tape buddy Eject, Hunger, one of the Terrorcons from Power of the Prime, Warpath, one of the mini bots from, but this is the War for Cybertron one, so he's got all these extra little textures and bits. And then Cutthroat, who's another one of the Terracons. I did find both of his wings in the boxes. I'm now just missing his dinosaur pterodactyl headpiece, which might be in one of these. If not, we'll see. Either way, he's a really cool color scheme. And the one who's on the bubble currently is the Kingdom Optimus Primal. I need to see, one, if I can find his accessories, and two, figure out if this is the version of Optimus Primal I want in my collection or not. I'm a fan of the character, but not sure. So today, we're going to go through this next long box, and we're going to do the same sort of procedure as last time, where I'm going to look through them all, give them a little cleanup, separate them into a few basic piles. One, definitely going to sell, looks pretty good. Two, this is one I might be interested in keeping, and it'll go in this pile. I'm trying to keep it like 5 or 6. I'm already at 5 after one box, so we'll see. So, sell, keep. One that's going to be bits and bobs and weird little pieces, and I need to go through and find other parts for, which I did do. I have a little tray of some accessories. So, I've been labeling things with some made-up SKUs. But I've got all kinds of guns and chips and little accessories and helicopters. And I know there's more accessories in these other boxes, so I can try and complete people and also fix people who are missing some parts. Like last time I found Leo Convoy, Leo Prime. He's a headmaster one, so he's missing his head. That's, of course, one of the best parts. So I'm hoping I can find that head. So, sell, keep, needs parts or random pieces, and then one that's kind of the, these are not valuable, these are like, the Dollar General knockoff kid ones. Okay, so let's get started with this massive, massive box. Okay. Okay, let's start here. Okay, this is one that I've already spoken to a good friend, one of my best friends, Ruben, about, and he has already expressed an interest in it. So this fella's gonna go in the sell pile, but he's gonna go to Ruben. It is Cup, the like sort of badass lieutenant from the '86 movie. So I'm gonna put him aside next to my keep one, so I can send info on him to Ruben. Looks like he's almost complete. He's missing. He's got like a little radio bit. We'll see if we can find that. But otherwise, he is good. Let's see. Okay. Oh, this looks like it is Skull Crusher or Bone Crusher or something like that, who's like an armor piece for a version of Optimus Primal from Rise of the Beasts. Looks like he's missing his tail, which I know is a sword piece for this character, and part of his upper jaw, but I know I found upper jaw earlier. So we can fix that right now. There we go. So this is going to be a cell. I have the Optimus Primal in another bag spot, so we're just going to pair them together. He's going in the cell bag. Okay. Let's do this one. Okay. This one is like one of these weird modular ones. His name is Airwave, I think. And you, like, instead of transforming him, you, like, take the parts apart and rebuild him as a, I think there's, like, a battle station, like a tank, an aircraft carrier. He's going to be in the cell pile. I already know. I think he's kind of cool looking, but I don't really like the modular ones for Transformers. Because that kind of, like, if he could transform without being taken apart like that, then it makes sense. But he can't, so he's not really a transformer. He's like a reconstructor. So he's gonna go in the cell bag. Okay. Ooh, this is awesome. This is what I was looking forward to. Okay. So he's partially transformed, so we're gonna fix him. His name is Junk Heap, I believe. He's one of the Junkions, very creative name, who is from the '86 movie. Let's pop the wheel off there. Okay. I'm doing this without the instructions and hoping that I get it right. Okay. So I'll snap this here and that there, and then looks like got some tabs that there was one of these in the other bin who was missing his face, which is a shame because it's a pretty cool face. He's got like the handle, not like handlebars, but like an exhaust thing, I think, as like his as part of his, like, they give him like sort of bull horns. Okay, and now we just need to get him to stay like this. I might have to cheat and look it up. I don't like to do that, but do this. Okay, he seems complete. He was one I'm a fan of the Junkions. I think they're weird as hell, and he's one that I'm considering keeping. But we will see if I can get him to stay how he's supposed to stay. When you meet the Junkions in the Transformers movie, there is a really great bit where it's Weird Al's Dare to Be Stupid is playing, and the Junkions also, the main one, is voiced by Eric Idle, and they are cool. Okay, so we'll give him his wheels on the side, on his spikes, and Eric Idle talks in like this weird cadence that uses only oh, this one to click on. This off a little bit. There it is. This weird cadence that uses like commercial radio slang and sayings. I don't think I did this fully right, but it's good enough for now. Oh, and he's got his mace, which is like this cool bit. I'm gonna put him aside, see if I can fix him after, but he's pretty cool. Okay. Oh, this is cool. Got what appear to be a couple of Generation 1 Transformers. So this one I think is... Oh, everything's gonna fall. This one is Twin Twist, who you flip him like this and turn him into like this tank with these drill bits in the front. See if I can undo it though. Or if I have permanently stuck him in position. Wait. And he has a motor capability. That's friggin' cool. Okay. And then this is another G1 character. So they're from 1984. I don't know who this one is. But he looks like another one of those ones who like has this sort of like auto change mode. And I just need to figure out how to change him back, but it looks like he turns into a plane. Those are very cool. I'm going to sell those. Not as interested in G1 characters. I kind of like the better articulation of the more modern ones. That's just my feelings. Okay. What's this? This is a little tank. Is this Warpath again? Let's see. It's a 2018, and it looks like yeah, it's a 2018 like reissue of the G1 Warpath. Now, like I showed, I've already got a cool Warpath that I'm keeping, but this is pretty neat. Someone out there will want it. Put in the sell pile. Since we're talking about Warpath, oh look at that. Whoever owned these before must have really liked Warpath, because there are a couple of Warpaths in here, including the one I'm keeping. This is the exact same one as the one that I'm keeping. It's the Kingdom or War for Cybertron trilogy one. See, he's not fully done, so let's see if we can fully transform him. But yeah, I'm keeping one, so I have got no issues selling the duplicate. Not a duplicate kind of person. And this one actually has the shield bit on his back that is missing from the one I'm going to keep. And I don't really care if I have the shield bit. It does hold the tank better together when you change him, but I'm going to sell him too. Oh, speaking of duplicates, this was also in the other bin, was a Mirage Decepticon, but this one has both his guns. So that's cool. Once again, not a Mirage fan. Gonna sell him. Okay, who else we got in here? Oh, cool. This is Bumblebee, and he's hiding in there. And I know that there's also his little accessory bits. So, like, he's got, like, a little jetpack part and a gun that are on. It's from the buzzworthy Bumblebee series, which was, like, sort of a way to do, like, a cheaper, kid-friendly Transformer series at the time. So we'll give him his little extra pack, his little extra gun. Yeah, I'm gonna sell him probably. I don't own a Bumblebee, but I think if I did keep one, it would have to be the one that is like one of the bug, like the VW bug. But so, Buzzworthy Bumblebee in the Origins one where he turns into his Cybertronian little ship. Ooh. Is this original? Or is it the remake? Let's see. The plastic feels brittle and crappy, which feels original to me. Okay, so this is... No, this might be the remake. Yeah, it's a 2017 re-release of Hot Rod. If I kept a Hot Rod, I'd want something that's super articulated so we can do some sweet poses. But this one is not, so he's gonna go in the cell. But he's pretty cool. Got all his stickers and everything. Okay. Oh, crap. Okay, well, this one might end up in the keep pile. This is another one of the Headmasters. This is Hardhead. It looks like it's the Titan's Return or either the the retro re-release. Maybe the retro because of the color. I'll have to research that. But the Headmasters are cool because their heads come off and their heads turn into little guys who little guys who sit in a cockpit and drive them when they're in vehicle mode. It came out of a version of the Transformers cartoon that came out in Japan. Yeah, so this is... Yeah, he's got the prints of the stickers, so this is the retro one. Just like the Skull Cruncher was from the same series. That's awesome, though. So basically they the Japanese cartoon, they created this thing where when they were waiting for more episodes, and they made headmasters. So they're guys who have their heads are little bots. Sometimes they're people in armor, sometimes they're an alien race, sometimes the head is actually the robot, and this is like an exosuit. But Hardhead's pretty cool looking. Got these massive guns. Okay, let's see. Okay. Knew this was going to be in here because I did find one of his accessories. So this is like one of the Cyberverse shockwaves. He's got these extra guns and bits. And this looks like it to be another part that goes to him, this pack. So I'm going to attach it to him so I don't lose it. And then this extra propeller bit appears to also be, or satellite bit. Yeah, I have Shockwave that I like. It's about this size, actually. So I'm going to sell this one. Let's... Okay, this is neat. This is, one of the skeleton dinosaurs. It's a Decepticon. So, like, these were, like, armor that came out so you could attach them to, like, the larger, Transformers. Interesting. I'll have to look up and see who this is. I don't know who this one is off the top of my head, and I'm worried he's missing a piece, like his head or something, since they were supposed to be like modular and come apart and like make like this prehistoric armor. But otherwise, he's pretty cool. Oh wait, is that his head in there? That's his head in there. Found his head. It's this weird skull thing. Okay, he's pretty cool, but I'm gonna sell him. Even though in the dinosaur bone mode, he is very awesome. Okay. Who's this? Just another Megatron. Man, there's so many Megatrons in this box. So many different eras. This person definitely liked Megatron. Yeah, this is another Megatron. Got some kind of like special blast armor and scythe and sword situation going on. Looks complete. Definitely aimed at a younger audience. Gonna sell him. Not a Megatron for me. Like the classic Megatrons. Okay. This one's pretty neat. Okay. So this is... What's this? Hoist? Hoist. He's like the rescue all-terrain vehicle. His back part isn't tabbed in right. So we can get that fixed so he can stand up. There you go. He looks complete, even with like his little bits on his back, which is like this like basically he's a tow truck. That's what he is. But he's pretty cool, and I like him, but I'm gonna sell him because I got limited space, and I've already got a pile here. Okay, this is pretty sweet. This appears to be one of the the cassettes, and it's a Decepticon cassette. I don't know which one this is. I'm gonna have to look it up. Rumble's the only one I can think of off the top of my head, and I don't think this is Rumble, because Rumble's usually like purple. I mean, his stickers are coming off. I'm worried about this guy. But he's pretty cool. I like the cassettes. I think they're silly. I think it's kind of stupid, but also, like, really neat. I'm going to put you in the sell box for now. For now. Oh, crap, man. There's another cassette in here, but it appears to only be partial. That's a shame. And it feels like it's metal. This is Ravage. It's part of the... I'm going to put him in my Bits and Bobs box. Ravage is like a sort of panther cassette. It looks partially broken, missing pieces, but very cool. Okay, here's a Wheeljack. Yeah, was this the Netflix or Kingdom Wheeljack. Yeah, 'cause he's got a lot of decos on him. Wheeljack is one of the Autobots, and is he a scientist? I think he's a scientist. Yeah, based on the articulation, I'd say he's probably from the way he looks, like the War for Cybertron or Earthrise series. I'm gonna sell him. I think he's cool, but I got too much stuff. I gotta make my money back. Okay, what else we got? Oh, this guy. I did cheat and look this. I have to look this one up. This appears to be Deep Cover, who is like some sort of sheriff or cop undercover car. Looks like he's got both his guns. He's pretty cool, but not a no emotional attachment to him, so he's gonna go in the cell bin. Okay. This is some variation of Optimus Primal. So many Optimus Primals in here too. Wow. I always wonder about the people who like collect these things and like what they liked and who they were, and yeah, this is definitely one that like I don't know. Optimus Primal. Don't know which version. Gonna look it up. Fairly articulated, but minimal deco. It's not an original era one. Probably one of the newer ones. So gonna sell him. And I'm gonna pause for just a second. Okay, I'm gonna try and finish this bin up. Let's see how well we can do. Okay. Cheap Megatron. I know I have this extra missing part for his leg. I saw in another bin. I'm gonna put it over here. It's one of those cheap kid ones. Not gonna do great. Let's see. Oh, looks like a cheap version of Grimlock, who is missing a leg. So I'm hoping I can find that leg. Pop him in the cheap repair. I don't know. Not worth anything kind of bag. Okay. Got a yellow guy who appears to be some sort of... Oh, he's like one of those little kid dinosaur ones that I was finding before. Pop him in that bag too. Just gonna run through some of the weird trash ones real quick. Actually, maybe that's it. The rest are... this one's okay. This one looks like Cyberverse Thundercracker. So, I think he will sell. Some people like him. He's one of the evil planes. Like Starscream, but not as popular. Ah, shit. Come on. Don't move. Box is gonna slide and fall. Okay. What are you? Are you... You can't be like an Astro Train, can you? That'd be cool as hell. This is a Decepticon who appears to be like a plane and a train, and the only one I can think of who's like that is Astro Train. And this one feels metal and older, but the fact that it has this number imprint on it makes me think that it might be a re-release. I'll have to do some research, but I think it's Astro Train, which is cool. But he's gonna go in the cell file. Not a G1 guy. It's just me. Okay, this is a weird thing that I'm gonna have to research, but it looks like some sort of Harley-Davidson giant motorcycle that transforms. That have other parts in another bin, storage thing from the back, and it's not a real Transformer, but it's weird and it's interesting. I do think toy collectors would be interested in it, but I'm gonna put it in the parts bin for now until I find those other pieces. Also, it's friggin' huge. And fairly brittle. Hey, get your face out of there. Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay. This is Scorponok. Giant, evil, scorpion-looking Decepticon. He's missing a foot. I'm gonna have to look. It's gonna look like this. And it's got a weird little glue or melted bit here. So he might be worth absolutely nothing. Um, but he's going to go in the sell pile. Don't really care for Scorponok. Uh, you okay, Luna? Yeah. Got a bunch of these that are in here, which I think are like these power rods from one of the Transformer movies or cartoons. I'm gonna put them aside in my parts bin. Got a couple other random little parts that are all these guns. Some are like these chrome-looking ones, which I think are for the G1. Not sure what this one is, but it looks like it's a missile-firing one. Oh, crap. It's gonna be gone forever in the pile on my desk. A couple other guns. I'm just gonna add all these things in here. Missile of some sort. Another gun. Orange and gray. Huh. Speaking of orange, we've got Huffer. He's another one of the mini bots. Thought about keeping this one because he's pretty cool looking, but I'm not sure. I've already got a pretty good pile. So I'm going to put him in the cell for now, but we will see. This is interesting. This looks to be a part for a larger character, and I've seen some other chrome parts like this. I'm curious if it's in one of the other boxes. I haven't found it yet. But this, I think, is for Jetfire, who's big. So it's going to go in my big part bin. Okay. I've only got a couple left, but they are really neat. Okay, so this one is a complete Dracodon. We had an incomplete one where he's missing one of his feet and his tail before, but this is a complete one. He's going to go in the cell bin. He's one of the, like, maximal Autobot skeleton dinosaurs. Oh, crap. That definitely was good. Yeah, that's great. That's why you lose his tail, because it falls the fuck off. Okay. Okay. Then we have Chromia. She is awesome. She's like a badass car. She's like RC. She's like Alita One, Moon Racer, all those cool lady robots. But so Chromia, she's one of the Autobots. I really do like this one, but it's all going to depend on how much I can sell her for. I would keep Moonracer. I'm still tempted on that Alita 1, but I'm going to put her in the sell pile for now, but she might end up staying here. Okay, this one is neat. This one is what are the Quintessons, those weird evil guys from the 86 movie who have like tentacles and like the Sharkticons and stuff. This is, I think, an Alicon is one of the alligator ones. This is one that when I saw the pictures of this box, I was very curious about who it was and what it was. Now I know. He's pretty cool, but ultimately I think I'm gonna sell him. I would maybe keep a Sharkticon because they're more in the movie, and I don't know, I kind of like their design better. This is a little too much on the back, but so he's in the sell pile. Okay, this is one that I'm super excited for. This is another Headmaster. Man, am I going to end up keeping all the Headmasters? Damn. But you can see the thing about this one is his head ain't out yet. It's in his little compartment. And I checked when I saw this in the bin. He appears to be missing, like, he had like a gun or something, which might be one of these other guns. I'll have to check. But he transform his head into the part so it will plug in. Okay. He is really cool. I do not remember his name off the top of my head, but he basically is Hardhead, but evil. Evil Hardhead. Like the same mold and everything. So, except for the head bit. The head bit is different. Maybe I'll keep him. That way Hardhead has someone to fight. But I love the Headmasters. They're so weird. Okay, this is... Other than a box of... I have a box right here of instruction manuals and cards that I'm going to go through, see what I've got, see what I don't have, see which figures I have them for. Oh, look at this. Topspin. That's who that G1 I didn't identify was. But there are definitely some characters like Kickback and stuff who are not in here that I've got instructions for. So we'll see. See who I've got, who I don't have. But this is a big one. This last one. This is a big movie Megatron that I do have pieces for. I do have his head. I do have like extra limbs. I'm gonna pause so I can put him together. But he's got like metal limbs and all this extra articulation. I think he might be the masterpiece version of the movie Megatron. Which would be a real good one to have in this set. One that would be maybe worth something. I do have to do some cleaning on this. There's some nasty ass gunk on this chest piece. So I'm going to pause this and try and give this a fix. And then we'll take one final look at him. Okay, I think I got Megatron together. Except the head doesn't want to stay attached. He's missing a few little pieces here and there, like there's a little shoulder piece. One of the arms keeps popping off. But overall, interesting figure. And I think some collector out there might like it for a real reasonable price. Especially because he's got the head, you just have to missing the piece to connect it. But that is it for this box. Next time I might look through the instructions. And like I said at the beginning, I'm Will, and I like toys. Have a great day.